To the stream, baby. There we go. We in here. Yeah. Bunyanz Force. It's your boy, Hefe Oso. Better know so. You tuned in. It's just a few of us. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we're going to build this from the ground up. Launching this new YouTube space like nothing overnight. This is the 7th episode. So we're going to stack these up. And then people are going to come back and visit these whenever, what I'm saying, we get these subscribers up and everything like that. But we're going to stay consistent. That's all we're going to do. We're going to keep it real. We're gonna stay consistent, right? That's all we're doing, right? So, wow. I guess the first topic we would talk about is the Scotus rulings, right? Right. So the biggest ruling is that they rolled back affirmative action, and this is a fight that big money has been taking on. Racist big money has been taken on for better part of since maybe two decades. I mean, really like lobbying for this hard. You know what I'm saying? And it all that money actually paid off. Wow. Wow. Money actually pays off. I mean, it was a long campaign to make this happen. Then you had people of a certain ideology have to get placed in certain positions in order for this to happen. And my whole thing about this whole thing is there's people that they want to march in the streets and they want to do all this stuff like that. And it's like, bro, save it, man. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. And it's because the people who are supposed to be advocating for us don't really have any skin in the game. They are aligned with the opposition. They're aligned with the opposition. You see this when I like to bring this up all the time, but you see this when like the Democratic president, right, or the Democratic president doesn't champion the workers, right? Like, and that you saw that with the railroad strike. He basically made it illegal for them to go on strike, and they were about to go on strike so they could get 7 days of sick leave. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? That's where we're at right now in this country. Like one side is nice about not caring about you having a living wage, and the other side is just like vehemently in your face about telling you they don't care if you have if you're making a living wage. Like, prices all across this country are going up. Inflation's going up all over the country. And federal minimum wage is what? $7.25, right? So that this is throughout Republican and Democratic presidencies, Congresses, etc. Whatever you want to say, man. Like whatever you want to, draw the division and everything like that. Still, these people have left it to where they don't even care that that's what the minimum wage is in 2023, right? Like, you got 1-bedroom apartments costing $2 right now. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of wild. This country is wild. But anyway, these people, like, we just got to keep it a buck. Like, we've allowed people to hide behind the guise of politics, right? We've allowed people to hide behind the guise of politics. And these are like racist people. And we've allowed them to sign off with these dog whistles, right? And make policy based upon these dog whistles that are obviously racist. And we haven't called it out. Like this is like anti-blackness personified. And I've been talking about it. It's being anti-blackness is being is being legislated into law. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ever seen Judge Dredd? He's like, law. It's being legislated into law, dog. It's being legislated into law. You know what I'm saying? That's setting a precedent. That's why this song, not the song, but that's why this episode is called Pushing Precedents. And it's basically they're setting precedents of the fuckery that's going to be allowed in the future. In the coming future, people have been rocked to sleep. Rock the boat. They rock folks to sleep. They rock folks to sleep. Y'all thought, look, man, they are trying to bring back Jim Crow type, the feeling. They're really trying to bring that back. That Make America Great Again, it was an ideology. And I was telling people that. That shit is not gonna die with Trump. It's an ideology, man. They want to bring back like the whole anti-woke movement. It's a whole anti-black, anti-LGBTQ plus IA movement. Period. That's what it is. But we allow people to hide behind like like bullshit. It's bullshit. Sometimes it's just good versus evil, legitimately. You know what I'm saying? Because they're taking away this affirmative action by denying the fact that it exists, that these biases exist, when literally the country was founded on these biases, man. The statistics support that these biases do exist. And yet we campaign to go backwards. You know, that's just the state of the country right now. That's where we're at. And it's tough. But the good thing, the silver lining about this is that not hopefully, this will bolster HBCU enrollment. And it will also, we're going to put more stock into our schooling and our education now. Maybe people are awake now. Maybe people are going to see like, hey, like we have to fight for every inch, man. Like every single inch, man. You can't take no days off. And look, this stuff is exhausting. It's exhausting and it's demoralizing, man. All this stuff is exhausting and demoralizing. So that's why people unplug. That's why people don't want to engage in politics, because they see it's BS. Because we don't have people that are really passionately advocating for us. And when I say for us, I mean the Black community, but also I mean the workers. And workers make up 80% of America. And those are the ones I'm talking to. And that's across all racial lines and all ideologies and creeds, man. And that's the majority of this country. That's the majority of America. Like it's absolutely nasty, the stuff that's going on right now, man. It really is. And the whole affirmative action ruling, that's wild. But also, check this out. And this is what I say, like, people don't care about the injustices or the things like that are happening to other people until it comes and it hits them and it bites them in the ass, right? So, boom, we have the anti-blackness bill that's happening, and then boom, they passed the fact that like businesses can refuse to do, you know, basically a website designer wanted to refuse doing a same-sex marriage website, right? So boom, the Supreme Court ruled that was allowed. What that means is folks can like that set a precedent, and that's why we're calling this pushing precedents. That set a precedent to the fact that they can deny special groups services now. Hey, that's a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? That's real. When I say bring Jim Crow vibes, it's not exaggeration. And all the time, people try to act like, yeah, when I get passionate talking about stuff like that, people try to act like, oh, you're making things up. And now look, look, bro, nobody is exaggerating. Like, I wish I could not talk about this stuff, but if I stick my head in the sand, then I'm being a coward. And I don't have any kids, but in the event that I do have kids, I don't want to say that I was a coward and I let them come into a vehemently anti-Black world without doing or saying something. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's basically the gist of where we're at. And Black folks need to campaign for, one, funding into our impoverished communities where these, you know, where these conditions are bad. But we also need to campaign for these corporations to vehemently, I'm sorry, I'm messing up the words. We need these corporations to vehemently decry anti-Blackness. We need them to vehemently go on a campaign like we did with the anti-Asian and the anti-Semitic campaign. And those are all campaigns that were needed and necessary, right? But I feel like an anti-Blackness campaign, especially with the legislation that's going on in Texas, in Florida, the stuff that's happening in Mississippi, the Supreme Court justice ruling, I feel like it's kind of important that we have people advocating for us in public, like, hey, saying, yo, you need to chill out. Everybody put your Klan mask back in the drawer. We need you guys to relax. But we shall see. All I gotta say is, man, it's nasty out here. It's real nasty. Real nasty. I'm just looking, just sipping my tea. Because I saw this whole thing coming. Like they've been like, yo, the chipping, consistently working. Consistently working. And it's like you can't let the microaggression slide, man. Because you allow disrespect, it only begets more disrespect. And it's just gonna continue. It's just gonna continue. And you can't let that happen. You can't let that happen. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. We have to fight back via media, via I guess I don't know how to say it. The reason why I'm so down on marching is because they're ineffective because of people expect them like people think it's going to be an overnight thing. And they're ineffective. Like people go out there and they just go on social media and everything like that. It's a clout thing. Like you got, you know what I'm saying? Jokers out there twerking. See them motherfuckers out there crumping. Like, come on, man. It can't be that. Like, I'm not for that. Like, I'm not for that. And your boy Joe Biden, yes, we know the Supreme Court ruling. This has nothing to do. Joe Biden has no power over this. Boom, 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 boom. We understand that. Still, he gotta go, man. Like, he gotta go because he's not a progressive advocate that we need right now in these times. He's not. Because you see, another Supreme Court justice ruling was that we're gonna have to pay back them student loans. They ain't playing. You don't get it. They getting it back in blood. They will garnish wages. Stop playing, Holmes. You know what time it is. They're getting that money back. Why? Because the lobbyists, the student loan departments, those lobbyists, they're campaigning that y'all pay back these loans. And you know how wild it is that in education it costs you upwards like of 6 figures. In education to better yourself in this society. Then jokers go in and then they come out and they got all this debt and then they make like $55,000 a year, you know, for 10 years. It'd be tough, man. But like right now, the American worker really is just, you're working for your benefits, man. The benefits. And that's what they got. That's how they keep you hooked. Because, hey, you need them. You need the benefits. They're gonna make you miserable. They're gonna make sure that they give you just enough that you gotta go in that motherfucker every day. That's how they do it. That's how it works. That's how that works. They're not gonna give you enough to where you have surplus. That's crazy. Then how can they extract more wealth out of your energy? How can they do that? See, I guess that's woke talk. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that's the kind of talk that people need to wake up to. Because these jokers just found $6 billion the other week for Ukraine. Now, Ukraine don't help nobody in America. That shit don't help us. But we find $6 billion for that. But our youth and our impoverished, our poor, our homeless, we can't do nothing for them. That's not nuts to anybody. Nobody is speaking out about this, and that's why they keep, disrespecting. Nobody's saying nothing about this. Nobody's putting no pressure on this. The black community is not saying nothing about this. $6 billion to Ukraine. Where's the black politician that's like, hey, we've been sending all this money to Ukraine, goddammit. But when are we sending this money to Chicago? People always want to talk about Chicago. When are we sending this money to Chicago? When are we sending these resources to start these community centers, to start these different community programs and outreach programs? When are we doing this? Oh, we can't do it for what? And it's crazy. And then people want to call you xenophobic when you say, dog, it is absolutely madness that we have resources for people who are not from this country before we have resources for people who are from here. That's absolutely nuts. And it makes no sense. But why it's being pushed is because that labor Once it comes in, that labor is those are other people that they can victimize and make them come in and get cheap labor so they can dredge out even more wealth. That's what this is all about. And it's the 1% getting too greedy. And people haven't woken up to the fact that, yo, this motherfucker Jeff Bezos don't need to be going to space. No. If everybody who work at Amazon ain't got a house in two-car garage, he don't need to be going to space. But see, we've been rocked to sleep. And they did that by getting the unions about the paint. They don't even teach about the unions and stuff like that, trades, none of that stuff like that. They want you reliant. They want you reliant on them. So they can treat you like shit when you're at work because they know that you ain't got no other choice. You got to clock in. And that they gonna like each 8 hours they're gonna take and chip away at your mental health and your self-worth and your anxiety and your depression and just how you feel, just so you can eat out, Shit, it ain't even like you can go on vacation every quarter. You can't even go on four vacations a year. I mean, hey man. But see, that's why, that's why they didn't want they didn't want Bernie up there, because Bernie was gonna talk that, you know what I'm saying? Bernie was gonna talk that talk. They didn't want people being more open to economics and stuff like that. As far as what we're putting in versus what we're getting out. Putting in a lot of work for the 1%. They not working hard up top. You think they working hard at the 1%? They not working hard. They're not putting in 16-hour days. It's not hard. They're not. They delegate. Yet their lifestyles are being fueled by the work that the plagues do. They're being fueled by the work that we do. That's what's their lifestyles are being fueled by us. So we deserve more equity because we're the ones that's actually pushing and firing the engine. Gotta think about it like that in those terms, man. Gotta think about it in those terms, man. They absolutely nuts, man. It's absolutely nuts. But I hope that these rulings awaken people. And you even know what's even crazy, dog? 2 of the justices that are on the Supreme Court right now were accused credibly of sexual assault. They were still confirmed. That's like at a job. Like, bro, you had a job interview for the highest in the land. There should be the highest of standards. But you know what pushed that through? Big money. Big money. Money. We gotta get money out of politics. I mean, we gotta get big money out of politics for sure. Like for sure. Or we never gonna stand a chance. We never. The normal people, the working class, it's gonna dwindle and dwindle and dwindle and dwindle. Like, and people, more and more people are gonna be in poverty. Because you see these folks really have to, we have to wake up, man. Honestly. We really do. We really do. All right, so let's move on. ESPN layoffs. Woo! Woo! They got rid of Van Gundy. They got rid of Jalen Rose. They're cutting the hay. They're getting people out the pay. Hey, I'm sorry. But no, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing. But I'm like, yo, maybe do you think maybe ESPN pulled that trigger on Jalen because of that Ja interview? Like, Jay and Ja here making us look crazy, man. You can't use the platform as Ja's, maybe Jalen doing a favor, backfired on him. I don't know. But Jalen's going to land on his feet. He's super talented. And I love his insight and everything like that. And yeah, hopefully I can interview him one day. You know what I'm saying? I definitely love it. But I bet you wherever he goes, he's going to be more free to be himself. And all the players gravitate towards him anyway. So it's going to be really dope for him. He's already going to land on his feet. He's a boss anyway. He's papered up. So it's not like he's going to be hurt. Did they get rid of Jason McIntyre? I want him gone. The guy that he's always whining about KD's like a little squirrel. I don't like him. I want him gone. Did they get rid of him? Like, did they get rid of him? I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not gonna go in and I'm not gonna check right now. But I hope they got rid of him. They need to get rid of him. Jazzy Jeff him up out the building. He's horrible. But anyway, wait, is he on FS1? He might have already got Jazzy Jeff up out the building. I don't know. But either way, I feel like what people need to recognize though is that this is okay. This is just going to introduce a new era in media. And it's already like people are already participating in it. You've already got the streamers right now who are really going crazy. You know what I'm saying? But also, as far as the sports landscape is concerned, you got Cam and you got Mace, and you see how they are cooking. They're killing it. And they gotta be one of the most viewed sports shows on the web on the web right now. Gotta be. You know what I'm saying? You got Pat McAfee. You know what I'm saying? He's cooking it. You got shows like The Pivot that are really killing it right now. A whole bunch of different shows. You got the player push media and everything like that. All that stuff is getting major views. And these big networks, man, what's going to happen is 3 to 5 years from now, they're going to have to come back and they're going to have to drop the bag to get these big personalities to come in and come on the network. If not, they're going to be obsolete. The only thing they'll be good for is for live sports programming and sports documentaries. That's it. Nobody wants to tune in and sit here and listen to losers. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's part of the reason why the Skip Bayless thing. Like, nobody wants to sit here and listen to somebody who's not an athlete, who's got no feel for the game, none of that. No blood, sweat, or tears put in. They don't want to see a person like that being so critical. There's nothing wrong with somebody who's never played sports covering the sport that they, you know what I'm saying? But when they're so critical and they're demonstrative and their critique about these players, and it's all for clicks, for clout, for views, for likes and stuff like that, that's when it becomes nasty and it becomes unrespected. And nobody's going to tune in for that. Nobody, and it's also scripted. They're not even speaking the real. Like, nobody wants to hear that. We want to hear the intricacies. They speak to their audience as if their audience is dumb, as if they don't have a smart audience. And, at the end of the day, time will tell. But I think the new media is really going to come through and they're going to dominate. I think it's coming. Like, more and more people, because you can already stream on YouTube, like, from your TV. So, like, anything you put on YouTube can be streamed on multiple different devices. Like, there's no reason why do we put so much stock in big networks? Like, you got to think about it. Like, why? There's nothing really special. Like, as far as we talking about that prestige TV, yes. Them networks, yes, that matters. That matters. But when we're talking about everything else, commentary type things, that don't matter. Because a lot of the people who are placed in these commentary positions, they just know the right person. And a lot of them are not talented. Some of them are, but a lot of them they just know the right person. They were put there, because it was a good look. So I kind of welcome it. It's going to be interesting to see what happens moving forward. I'm really looking forward to watching the development. I want to see how things develop. But Harden, he's requested a trade. Hey man, like, when we come down to it and we like after it's all said and done and we go over his legacy, how are people gonna be looking at him? Like, how are we gonna look at Harden? Are we gonna say, like, a great player, but, like, not a winning player? It kind of feels like that might be the prevailing theme, because it's like, bro, like, he blew up 2 teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? He requested to get to 2 teams and asked out of both of them. That is so crazy. And this is it's just wild. And I don't know. Where do you think they're saying he might come to the Knicks? No. Respectfully, no. No. He not gonna play no defense. Tibbs is going to want to Tibbs is going to want swanton bomb off the top of MSG if Harden comes in there, bro. Especially with like Harden don't like if Harden don't get his way, he won't play. You've seen him like you've seen him get like you've seen him like dial down the gear to like, oh, I'm gonna go 50% during the season, during a live game. Like I'm gonna half-ass it, like until y'all get me up out of here. You've seen it. Like, no, why would they give up anything? And it's just like, dog, where's he going? And it's like, what are you trying to do? People were saying that he wanted to go to Houston. Why would you ever want to go back to Houston? And why would Houston want to have him back? I understand the fan base, like because of nostalgia, but you got young player. That all right. So basically, that would mean that Houston is just gonna punt on their young core for like to attempt to win now with James Harden, because like he's not gonna want to be a mentor right now to them boys, and them boys not gonna want to be mentored. They putting up shots. They trying to get these shots up. They trying to get these shots up, man. They trying to get these shots up. Like, I don't understand how that makes sense. I don't understand. I don't know. But I don't want him to come to the Knicks, man, because if he was if this was like Houston Rocket Harden, yes, I'd welcome it. Like, yes, but this Harden, no, you don't even know what he going. Like, you don't know what he's going to be feeling. People say Kyrie. People say Kyrie is the bad one, right? And he gets a bad rap, and he implodes teams and everything like that. Bro, James kind of like in the same vein. Like, how is he not? How is he not? Like, if it don't go his way, man, he getting up out of there. And respect to him, or player empowerment, all that. I'm all for it. But it just be like, yo, if that was part of my fan base, I'm not sure I would want that. I don't want to be cheering for that. Like, And once he say he wants to be Harden, I want to be able to be me. And like, I guess that means he want to go back to cooking. Who want to watch that? Like, yo, who's as a teamer, as a teammate to them? Who wants to just sit in the corner and watch him cook at the top of the key? Nobody wants that, bro. Nobody wants that. It's a different game now. And you see the teams that actually win are teams that play team basketball and teams that play defense. So why would I just don't a team that's got defense and already plays team basketball, that's the team that maybe needs to add James Harden. Not a team that doesn't. That's all I'm saying. Not a team with questionable either. Either. Not a team with questionable either. But we'll see. Off season is off to a crazy start. It's looking good. They say Zion is sponsored by Brazzers. He's going to be sponsored by Brazzers this coming year. Yeah. Yeah. Brazzers. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, Brazzers. Anyway, we move on. So BET, the BET Awards. Dog. Respectfully. All right. I don't know. They say time and place for everything, right? Right? Cool. All right. And I'm all for everybody having fun. I want everybody to have fun. Well, certain shit, it just be looking, it's just, I don't know. It's just things looking cheaper, man. It's just looking real cheaper, man. It's a lot of luster. It's a lot of luster being, it's not, shit ain't shining like it used to, man. Good and goddamn well Beyonce wasn't going to be there this year, man, with this. What the hell? With what they got going on, she might not come back with this. I mean, we're going to come back for Tyler. If Tyler get BT, then it's going to be some elegant shit. I believe in Tyler Perry. As long as he don't have round-the-clock Medea shows, man. I need other writers. We need We need more. We need more in the programming. But other than that, as long as it's not that, then I feel like BET is gonna be in great hands if Tyler Perry gets it, bro. But right now, with what was going on, that was kind of crazy. And it's just so because look, I love artists and support artists, and I want I don't know, man. It's just I don't know, dog. I just don't even know how to explain it. I don't know. All right, how about this? The people who are famous for not like the untalented famous people, we need to give them as little camera time as possible. I guess that's the main thing that I wanted to say. Like the people that lack a talent, those people, they need to like really stay far the fuck away from the camera. Like for real. Like it's absolutely nuts how Shorty was out here with the belly like dog. What do you do? What do you do? We don't know you for nothing but beating up your boyfriend and him socking you out too. Like, dog, why are you getting so much camera time? Like, but maybe she didn't get camera time, and maybe that she got that camera time because it was just cash doll. I don't know, man. But it's absolutely wild. And I don't know, man. Shorty just I don't know. I just wish hmm. That shit just looked crazy. It's just like wow. It's wild. And Bobby Jones is there. You know what I'm saying? Sexy Red talking about her booty. When she said her booty hole brown right in front of him, you should have seen his face. Like, bro, like y'all got it. What yo, it's so crazy. She killing him with that, dog. But she's been working for a while. So she's been pushing, she's been working for a while. So she deserves all the respect and she deserves all the accolades that she's getting uh and the I guess the clout that she's getting for her shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. No haters. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't police the lyrics. Like, then you gotta police, you gotta pick and choose. Like, come on, man. Can't do that, man. That's crazy. That's nonsense, man. You can't police lyrics. Like, I mean, you can, but you can't. Like, you can't really police lyrics, dog. There's no reason to. And if the people love it, who are you to deny the people what they love, man? You know, who are you to deny the people what they love? They love that shit, dog. They love it. They love it. She cranked it. She got him. She got him. It's a bop for them. They love it. So it is what it is. That's where we at with it. That's you can't. Hey, y'all. Everybody be trying to fight against the wave. It's just like dog. At the end of the day, man. That's where they at with it. That's where they at with it, man. Like it is what it is, man. Well, all right. About to sign off. Bunyanz Force. Catch the playback on YouTube, Twitch. Follow me on IG at C's Capital in real life. You know what I'm saying? Jefe also. Veteran also. Hey? All right. Y'all have a safe day, safe weekend, everything like that. Be easy. Ciao.